Welcome to Women's Sports Writing Network. I'm Andre Van Zark, and you can follow me on X, Threads, Instagram, YouTube, or Medium to read more. And this is Women's Sports Writing Network's radio. And right now we're going to just pin down who's going to take the World Series. Is it going to be Toronto Blue Jays or the LA Dodgers? Let me know in the chat down below. I'll be more than happy to get yourself started. This is a radio show. This is only audio for those of you that are wondering. And then we're going to get ourselves started and running here and having a good time. So I hope that you've been having a great day and things have been going great. We had an awesome, excellent ALCS. The American League was doing amazing. And I can't have it any other way, because that's what I like to see, what I like to feel. Vladdy taking that trophy for MVP is just chef's kiss. Honestly, I'm really hyped for all the things that have been happening. And if you saw the thumbnail, you know what's up. And if you saw my last short, you know what's up. America is rooting for the Toronto Blue Jays. And that little tiny little corner on the map, that's the only place where they're rooting for the LA Dodgers. I know there's fans of the LA Dodgers everywhere, but at this point in time, this is what's up and this is what's happening. So that I want you all to feel and understand the trajectory, the predictions, and how things are going. Sure, there might be some ups and downs from either team, but that doesn't mean that we're gonna just keep it like that. You know, we have to always have a chance to always, and I mean always, be on our game. So welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. For those of you joining in, I want you to let me know in the chat down below who's taking the World Series this year. Is it the Toronto Blue Jays? They haven't had it since 32 years. Or the LA Dodgers, which they actually won it last year. Are we going to have that again? Or are we going to just see that happening over like last year? Because it was intense how the LA Dodgers did it last year. But are we going to see that again, or are we just going to have Toronto Blue Jays just throw him down and be like, hey, yo, you know what? Kick you out of the place. It's our time now. And I feel that it's right now the LA Dodgers' time to step away and the Blue Jays to just put themselves right there. And there's going to be no problem. Trust me, that's going to be a thing. That's going to be how things are going to flow at this point in time. I don't want to hear you say any other thing than the Blue Jays. Because that's how it's going to go. That is exactly how it's going to go. And if you want to tell me something and you want to just fight me, then go ahead. Go ahead and fight me. Because I'll be here all night long if you want. And we can go back and forth. Why the Blue Jays are better than the Dodgers at this point in time, excluding Ohtani, because Ohtani's the only player, and Kike Hernandez. Kike Hernandez is the other player that, those two players are the ones that can actually give the Blue Jays a little bit of a struggle. But I'm gonna just go for the Blue Jays all the way through. I love the Dodgers as much as the next guy. I love the Phillies too. But the Blue Jays they're just doing what they have to do. I don't know if it's because recently we had the American League finish and we're still in that little vibe and hype. That's probably it. But, you know, we just have to understand that the Blue Jays are having their moment. That's the thing. The Blue Jays are having their moment. Because, sure, the Dodgers won the National League. Okay, sure. You can tell me that. But it was expected. It was expected for them to win the National Leagues. It was expected for Ohtani to get the trophy. You know, those two things were bound to be. There was no other way that it was happening. And if you want to tell me something else, if you want to, like, really get yourself into a discussion of you know, why the Dodgers are going to do this, you can do whatever you want. This is an open-ended discussion. It's going to be open. There's not going to be no specifics. Only people just chatting about who they think is going to take it. Predictions. What are the odds at this point in time? You know, LA Dodgers versus Toronto Blue Jays. What are the odds at this point in time? You know, there's probably going to be some good things. You know, good things. Let's see what are the odds. All right, so right now, at this point in time, there are some interesting things to note out. Right now. So let's get ourselves started here. All right. Boom. Boom. All right. All right. So there's a few things to note out right now. So at this point in time, the record for the Dodgers in the postseason comparison is that they have a 9-1 record of 4.6 runs and GMs, the 13 home runs, 1.40 SP ERA, and 4.88 RP ERA. And for the Toronto Blue Jays, they have 74, 66, not 74, 774 record. Runs and GMs 6.5, home runs 20, SP ERA 3.33, and RP ERA 5.52. I don't know, but the stats are pointing a lot to the Blue Jays this year. They are pointing really good. Real good. You can tell me otherwise, but those are the stats. Those are literally the stats. I'm not making it up. Those are the 2025 postseason comparison of each one of them. Those are the stats. 9-1 record, 4.6 runs, 13 home runs, 1.40 SPERA, and 4.88 RPERA for the Dodgers, and 7-4 record, runs 6.5, home runs 20, SPERA 3.33, and RPERA 5.52. You know, those are the stats. Those are the stats at this point in time. You can't tell me otherwise that the Blue Jays don't have a really high potential at this point in time. And I want you all to tell me. I want you all to tell me right now in the chat down below. I want you to tell me who is taking it. Who's taking it? Who? Come on, Blue Jays. I'm writing here a poll so you can all answer. Blue Jays or Dodgers? All right, start poll. I want you all to give me your predictions. Who's taking it? Who's taking it? Come on. There's good things to be told and good things to be said right here, right now. Come on. Poll's open. We're ready, and this is how it goes. All right, give me a second so I can share the stream to my threads. Because right now, Threads is doing awesome. Alrighty. Let me, give me a second. Let me go here. Do something like this. Copy. Cancel. We go to my Threads. Put that right there. So we can get more people in here. I really want you all to be letting me know who is taking it. Who is taking the World Series? I don't want you to tell me Blue Jays or Dodgers. I want you to really fight right there on the chat. I want you to tell me. I want you to really hone in your stats knowledge, your whatever you know, which player is gonna shine, which player is not gonna shine. I want you to tell me all those little details. With all those little details, we're going to have a broader, more specific understanding of how things are being divided at this point in time. Because not everybody's going to root for the same team. That's not going to be a thing. It might be different. It might be different at many sort of situations. And that's what I want. That's exactly what I want. For you to just get in here and give me all your knowledge, even if it's little, even if it's casual. I want you to let me know. Sure, you can tell me right there in the chat. Oh, This is going to be a clean sweep by the Dodgers because we have Otani. Otani is like a Jedi, and he can smackaroo that. I just read you the stats. The Blue Jays on the American League had 20 home runs in the postseason. 20. That's their stats right there. 20. And then you're going to tell me that 13 to 20 is going to be a better thing. Do you really think that's going to be a thing? I don't know, but you're just not doing it. You know, you're not just cutting it. You're not cutting it for me, you know? So, come on. Join in. Join in right now. I want you to join in and tell me who's taking it. I'm really excited for this thing to be running, and I know we're gonna have good things. You know who's the biggest fan of the Blue Jays? You want to know who's the biggest fan? Geddy Lee, the bass player from Rush. What else do we need? What else do we need here? We don't need anything else, you know? I don't want you to tell me nonsense. You know, if Raj's bass player is the number one's most biggest fan of the Blue Jays, we all know we're heading into a good direction here. Because I don't want you to do something different. I don't want you to want me, want you. Got it? Thank you. All right, so here we go. For those of you joining in right now, hello, welcome, and let's get this feisty stuff started. Let's get the feisty stuff happening. World Series. You know, they were in the World Series in 1993. Now they're back at it in 2025. The Blue Jays. They are up and running. But anyways, let's continue with some more of that analysis that I was gonna throw you in here. So, the stage is set for 2025's World Series. It should come as no surprise to learn that the Los Angeles Dodgers are favored over the Toronto Blue Jays. That's what the MLB will say, but the internet on the social media is saying otherwise. You know, so according to updated odds. The Bets MGM online sportsbook, the Dodgers are negative 220 to win the World Series entering Friday's Game 1. That gives them an implied probability of 68.75% to defend their crown. All right. You're gonna tell me that the odds are in the Dodgers' favor just because you saw one single online sports book? One single? What about FanDuel? What happened to in Puerto Rico, Metro Sporting Bets? You know, there's different ones, and there might be different things. And I'm gonna try and get a broader thing here. All right, here we go. Let's get ourselves a better broader. Let me do a little research here. So right now there is a 2010 to negative 2020, like a 69 probability, money and line odds. For the Toronto Blue Jays, there is a 170 to 184. Okay. All right. So pitching matchup, Dodgers Blake Snell is on 3-0 on .86 ERA in playoffs versus TBD for Toronto. It's to be announced. be dropped. So Shohei Ohtani from the Dodgers is favored for World Series MVP at 165 plus, and ahead of Vladimir Guerrero of the Blue Jays at plus 500 to plus 550. The Dodgers' undefeated road record in the playoffs and superior bullpen make them the clear pick. But the Blue Jays' power hitting offense, 20 postseason homers could keep it competitive at home. The World Series happening right there in Toronto. So we're going to have to get ourselves checked here for a second. All right, so let's get ourselves an overall clear thought on this. So the odds on the 2025 World Series between Toronto Blue Jays and the Los Angeles Dodgers indicate that the Dodgers are favored to win both the series and Game 1. So here's the breakdown of what this means. So the series odds, the Dodgers have a 69% chance of winning the World Series based on money online odds of negative 210 to 220. While the Blue Jays have a 35 to 37 percent chance, 170 to 184 plus. This suggests bookmarkers see the Dodgers as significantly more likely to take the championship, likely due to their playoff experience, strong bullpen, and starters like Shohei Ohtani. But then again, we saw some strong contenders from the Blue Jays. We saw great home runs, and there is a slight better stats in that. But maybe people are just rooting for better, a better dynasty, a better structured team rather than just a team that has a few good contenders. I don't know. That is the thing, and that is something that I'm willing to give myself a back and forth on this. I'm willing to just take it as is. So so the Game 1 odds for the first game on October 24, the Dodgers are favored to win, negative 150 to negative 154 over the Blue Jays, plus 126 to plus 130. The run line 1.5 for the Dodgers and 1.5 for the Blue Jays. Means the Dodgers are expected to win by at least 2 runs, while the Blue Jays could lose by 1 run and still cover the spread. Of the total runs, over under 7.5 suggests a moderately high scoring game is anticipated. Overall implication, the Dodgers' edge comes from their pitching. Blake Snell. Blake Snell is doing a .86 ERA in the playoffs and a road dominance. While the Blue Jays' home field advantage and potential offense led by Vladimir Guerrero Jr. could make the series closer than the odds suggest. The most likely outcome for betting markets, it's the Dodgers winning in 5 or 6 games. In short, the Dodgers are the stronger bet, but the Blue Jays have a fighting chance, especially at home. That crowd is going to be wild. It's going to be wild in that stadium. So if you want real-time odds, I do highly recommend you to check the sports books, They can shift as quick as you can think. Trust me, you don't want that to be a thing, You don't want that to like you go like, oh, I'm gonna bet for the Dodgers just right now at this point in time. That's how things are flowing, and then you get the opposite. You have to be careful. You have to really be careful, So rookie Sasaki has been dominant out of the bullpen this postseason. He did 7 Gs, 3 SVs, 1.13 ERA, and .63 WHIP on the postseason of 2025. That is a thing, and a thing that we are all trying not to get ourselves ahead of it, So we need to sit down and take it as we're digesting each and every single bits and pieces of this, because there are some odds and there are some good things to be getting ourselves aware of at this point in time. I don't want you to be crying at the end of the day and be like, oh, I was born for the Dodgers, and then boom, all of a sudden, there goes the LA Dodgers, and there goes the Blue Jays, and the Blue Jays take it, and then the Blue Jays are gonna just finish it all, and then that's how it goes, and then boom, 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 and then you're there sitting there in your little chair or your couch, or you're in the stadium and you're like, oh no, I voted for the LA Dodgers, and then the Blue Jays take boom, boom, boom. You better not be too confident and too cocky, because if you're seeing this bets right now in the odds, this only means that the people are betting for the Dodgers. They don't mean that it's actually gonna happen. That is the thing. We've seen in so many years people betting for something and that not being the case. You have to be careful. Have to be very, very, very careful. They're hunting for rabbits. And this time, the Blue Jays are hunting for the best. They're going to destroy the Dodgers. Sure, you can tell me, oh, but back in the series, in the season, shit was happening with the Blue Jays. You're going to tell me that just because that was happening in the season, we care about what happened in the postseason. That's what we care. Sure, you can tell me that Dodgers have Mr. October, Kike Hernandez. Whatever. Do whatever you want. Ain't gonna stop me from rooting for who I want to root for, which is the Blue Jays. And that is how it's gonna go. So, shh. We don't want to hear you talking about stuff that don't matter. The Blue Jays are batting in the postseason while averaging a 6.45 runs per game. Ah. All right. Yeah, just wanted to point that out. If you go to the Toronto Blue Jays X page, you'll see a really nice made video on the LCS on how they performed. There's a lot of people saying, oh, Canadians shouldn't be rooting for Toronto Blue Jays, because even though it's the Canada's representation, 80% of the players are American. Let me tell you something. Just because you live in Canada doesn't make you exclusively a Canadian. You are American. American. Because you live in the American continent. Just saying. And there's a lot of people. It's not that big of an amount of people, but it's a lot of people trying to boycott the Toronto Blue Jays just because they don't have enough Canadians. Only 2 Canadians. Only 20% of the team is Canadian. And I'm like, well, they're the only team that is not USA based. That's all I'm going to say. Who cares what the X and Y and Z has said? Who cares? It's a Canadian representation. Here in Puerto Rico, we have teams. Trust me. And hear me out. Believe me. We have teams that Americans represent Puerto Rican teams. Simple as that. Either because they have roots and they want to do that, or just because, they felt like it. Period. Simple. We're not gonna just question it because, oh, well, what the hell is this? There ain't no Puerto Ricans on the team. Who cares? I don't care. Are they representing my place? Is my place winning? Oh yeah. Go ahead. Continue doing what you were doing. We ain't gonna question anything else. That's how it goes. That is how it goes. All right. All right, I'm just seeing here on Threads, someone posting whatchamacallit, a Dodgers versus Blue Jays post saying that the LA Dodgers are gonna roast the Blue Jays. Let me tell you something, boy. That's not gonna happen. Alex Diaz 87 is saying that the LA Dodgers are gonna roast the Blue Jays. Let me tell you something, boy, that ain't gonna happen. Keep dreaming. Keep a dreaming. All right. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Wow. A ticket to see the World Series. $72 back in 1992. On the same chair in 2025 is 4,917. Excuse me, what the? Holy damn, that is crazy. Wow, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money for one single ticket. Wow. I could much rather use that in a hotel. Go to Disney or Universal Studios. Holy damn. Wow. That is expensive. I'd rather just watch it on the TV or listen to it on the radio. But anyways, that's how it goes, and that's how things are flowing. Anyways, for those of you joining in, and for those of you that joined in, I appreciate all of you here. I'll catch you on the flip side. Adios, amigos. Bye. Don't forget to comment down below. Follow me on Medium, X, Threads, Instagram, and YouTube for more information on women's sports, MLB, and sports on demand, much, much more. Because we also cover esports every now and then, even if it's a quick hit. Now, keep swinging for the fences.